Hey everybody, this is your buddy, the Righteous Ball Dude, Billy from the band Fear to Stop at fear2stop.bandcamp.com. Hope everybody's doing good over there on her phone, as she loves to do, as the always lovely, dreaded Righteous Diva, Data. How are you doing, baby girl?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
I'm doing yo, peachy, like that. So that's how I'm doing. So anyway, guys, we've been doing the whole remember when thing for a while now. That's kind of my shtick. I like to talk about things from days gone by. Like old video games, memories of old cartoons. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and how awesome it still is compared to something like Transformers, which was my favorite thing back when I was a wee little one. And now I look at it and realize I like the characters, I like the idea of it, I like the universe, but in actuality, it was not as good as I remembered, and I don't enjoy it anymore. So, disappointing, but Ninja Turtles, actually, I find I may like even more now than I did when I was a Bambino. So, pretty cool, huh? But that's not what we're doing today, guys. We're still going to take a trip down memory lane. We may catch a flat, but we're still going to take a trip down memory lane. But this time, we're going to take something we love talking about, hurt, and mix it with something I like watching, which are fail videos. If you all don't know, that's my personal favorite thing to watch. Is like watching like instant regret compilations. Like there's this channel called the Matthews Fam. This dude is he's funny. Honestly, it's one of the, personally speaking, I think it's one of the funniest channels on YouTube. I recommend checking it out. I'll give a little shout out just because that's what I do. I like giving shout outs to people who who I enjoy watching. I like watching John Riggs. Probably my favorite gaming channel because, it's just a regular dude talking about games and, and what he likes about them. But it's like his own opinion as opposed to, everybody always says, this is the best game, it's always this one, it's always that one, it's always that one. It's like, well, you know what, I like this too. And it may be a game that maybe a lot of people may, they don't really necessarily remember, but, they played it and like, okay. And then he pulls it out like, wow, okay, that game was pretty cool. And he's just a regular guy. Some people, when they're on YouTube, they play a character. They could be like the angry video game person, or, they can play like a nostalgia dude, or a righteous bald guy, just like a fake character. You never know who the real person actually is, like what they actually feel and what's part of the character, But, back to what I was saying. So, old dude I was talking about, the Matthews Fam, he does reaction videos. Like, it'll be like stuff like reacting like to fail compilations, which is what I'm gonna kind of talk about in a minute, or instant karma, or then he'll do like different things like this dying man left all his money to like his caregiver or something like that, and his late wife does something that makes her evil or something, like the most evil person ever. But I haven't seen that video yet, but that popped up in my recommendations, so I'll probably check it out. And if y'all have seen it, leave a message in the comment. Don't forget to, click the bell, ring it, ding, 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 subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, share, like, go to the website that's in the link, fear2stop.bandcamp.com, throw some love there as well. See, I'm being a real YouTuber, guys. Now, I'm kind of catching on, after, having a YouTube channel since the very beginning of time, basically, or whenever, actually around the time that Google bought them. It's about time I finally learn how to play the game, right?
Right.
Exactly. Now I just do this for fun. So yeah, so we're gonna do the remember whens, but no, I'm not gonna be reacting to fails. Like, first of all, we have a ghetto ass setup, so it's not like I can actually, do that for real. But we're actually gonna be talking about real life fails that happen to us. And when I say fails, I'm not talking about something simple like, ooh, let me go skateboard off a cliff and see if I break a finger or something like that. I'm not, I don't cut for that. I'm not talking about that. I'm not a physical humor kind of person. I break easy. Number one, my brain's gonna snap, crackle, pop a few times. Been in the old, hospital, a time or 20. But so me doing some kind of stupid human trick, like I'm trying to impress the crew for Jackass, that's not gonna be my game. It's not gonna happen like that. That said, we've had some experiences, both of our lives, that rank up there with, can you believe this fool did this mess? And Lord knows, I've had it a time or two. So that's what we're going to talk about, guys. So, go get a bag of popcorn or something like that. Go make yourself a snack. Eat something healthy, like some, rice cakes or something, or, wheatgrass or lemongrass or wheat germ or, somebody's germs. And, don't imbibe on no alcoholic beverages. It's bad for you. If you do other things, that's your business. But do something. Pay attention, because I'm about to school your ass. No, I'm just kidding. But,
Oh my goodness.
you drank a Gatorade already. You got a little swig in here. That always annoys me. When I see like a little drink, it's got about, see, I got a little bit of water right here, right? Now, let's say, watch this. All right, I'm going to prove a point to you guys. All right. See what I mean? I'm going to save this for later.
I finished it though.
There's like a girl. Look, there's still something. Look, there's still something swimming around in here.
That's why.
It's just,
That's not even worth anything.
at least wet your throat up a little bit.
There, are you happy?
I'm always happy. I'm the happiest person on earth. Haven't you heard our music? If you haven't, go to feartostop.bandcamp.com. Damn it. Anyway, links in the signature or in the description. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. Everybody hates my long ass introductions, including myself. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing we'll talk about. When I was about 12, 13, I used to hang around my cousin Chuck a lot. Okay, Chuck was a cool dude. I haven't seen him in many years. So I haven't talked to him in a long time. Family eventually falls out or just moves apart. Grow apart, as it were. But we had some funny times. See, back then I was very reserved, quiet.
Yeah. Okay.
With most people. All right.
Okay.
Now, well, because you were one of the few people I was comfortable with, hon. Come on now, and if it's the first time watching this, not only we've been married for 20 years, we've known each other for God dang it, 30. This year will make 32 years. It's September the 3rd.
Don't say that.
I have to. It's part of our thing, hon.
You make me cringe every time you say that.
Your reflection makes me cringe. Wait, why would your reflection make me cringe? So there's some standing behind you in the mirror.
Your face makes me cringe.
Jamie has my face, so you just kept on my daughter. She's my daughter when she's good. When she's bad, it's her daughter. Remember that.
Actually, she's starting
Dad
to look more like me as she gets older.
She who with a what when she gets older?
I said she's starting to look more like me when she gets as she gets older.
Is that a good thing?
That's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, you know what else is a wonderful thing? Love. But don't tell that to Michael Bolton. The Isley brothers sued him over that mess. Anyway, so I was talking about Chuck. Now, I was very quiet back then. I was very shy, very reserved, unless I was comfortable with you. Okay. She obviously was one of the ones that I was comfortable with. I was 11, she was like 10, but she was like my best friend. Still is. Can't stand her, but I love the hell out of her. I mean, bunny kisses.
Whatever.
Thump, 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 thump.
Just tell the story.
Always. I'm gonna get into it when I get to it. I'm just kidding. I'm going to it now. Anyway, so Chuck was one of the other ones. All right, and see, when I was around Chuck, it was like we were like the great comedic duos. We were like Abbott and Costello, Laurel and Hardy, Pinky and the Brain. We were just like the great comedic duos of our time. But see, it was like he was the one who would say like funny shit and I react to it. Okay, and that's what made it funny. I was always the straight man of the comedic duo, but it was always like accidental humor. It was never like I've never been the type of person to be able to tell a joke. I can't say like, All right, a rabbi, Donald Trump, and Pee Wee Herman walk into a bar. A horse is the bartender. The bartender, no, I can't tell a joke like that. It wouldn't be funny. It's a hell of a good setup, though. But punchline's better left to the imagination. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things where, it's like God, what the hell kind of punchline could come out of that setup? And whatever someone could come up would probably be better than anything I could. So anyway, leave it to the imagination. It's better that way. But whenever Chuck and I were together, something would always happen. Okay. So yeah. I was raised by my dad, my aunt, and my uncle. Okay, my parents split when I was like 6. My dad was an older guy. Okay, and yes, this is relevant. All right, Dad was like 46 when I was born. Okay, I lived to be like 70. But anywho, so we stayed with after my parents split. My dad and I went to go live with his sister, my aunt, my Aunt Dee, and my Uncle Sal. And I was like a little family setup. And so around 91 or so, my cousin Chuck, that was my dad's brother's grandson, used to come over, and real big into baseball. Baseball and Nintendo, that was like her thing. Baseball, Nintendo, and wrestling, but especially baseball. That was like her thing, right? And Nintendo. And good old NES games, playing Tecmo Super Bowl to the cows came home, so to speak. That phrase got me into trouble, and you'll understand why in a minute. Okay. So there was one day, Aunt Dee, my Aunt Janie, her sister, went to some kind of old people reunion tour. Not tour, but like dance or some kind of mess like that. Always doing stuff like that on a Saturday, right? So I'm over at Chuck's and we're playing Tecmo Super Bowl. All right, sure. Good times. And so anyway, it's about 12 o'clock. All right, midnight, and Aunt Dee comes over, to pick us up. Chuck's gonna spend the weekend, and they wanted to go to the store first. Now, Chuck lived about an hour away. I live in southeast Houston. He lived in northeast Houston. Okay, over there across Timber, son.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So over there by the original Lakewood Church, back when John Osteen was the preacher, pastor. Not like the son of the thief. Okay. So anyway, before I offend anybody else, so Eddie says we got to stop by Kroger, go get some milk. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning at that point. By the time we get to this side of town, 1:30, Saturday night, Sunday morning, let's be real. And yeah, and we're like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Bill, we're just gonna go get milk." I'm like, "Okay, Andy." So Chuck and I decided to stay in the car, and we were talking about baseball, and, stuff like that, and typical. And notice it's about 2:30 in the morning at this point. 2:45. You're still in the damn store, and we're like, "What the hell's going on? What do you do? Chasing the cow?" Like that. we're making up a little skit. We're just like this dairy cow's running around Kroger, and Aunt Dee's chasing after her with a basket, like that, right? And sure enough, Aunt Dee and Aunt Janie come out right around that same time with all these baskets of groceries. I mean, baskets of groceries. Like they each have like 2 baskets. Now Aunt Dee's a short woman, like that. Even back then she was short. She was like 5'1". Okay, and she's pushing one basket. She's in her 60s, okay, at the time of this story. She's pushing it with this one basket with one hand, and she's dragging the other one on there. And Aunt Janie was, she could walk at the time, but she was very fragile. She broke her back many years ago falling downstairs. And so she had like a cane. But she was pushing the basket. She was nudging the shoulder and everything like that. That basket was moving, okay? It was slowly, but it was moving. All right, so there were 3 baskets of groceries filled to the brim. I'm like that, and Chuck is like, "What the hell?" Like that. I was like, "Chuck, watch. I bet you forgot the milk." Like, we all busted out laughing, right? So he fell out the trunk in the back seat, groceries, front seat, the groceries. And sitting Indian style, getting put on the damn seatbelt in the back seat because there's so many bags of groceries in the back. And by the way, I forgot the milk. So, now, remember there was a story I mentioned earlier. Tied in, it's going to tie in with this. This ain't all of it. It's part 2 of this. So the next week, Chuck's coming over. We're going to go bowling first, alright? Go to bowling alley. And I'd like to tell you I bowled good, but I don't remember a damn thing about it, so it must not have been that great. But we went to Kroger afterwards, and we're joking around. Auntie's like, no, Bill, don't worry, no milk. Like that, right? So we're like talking about how funny it was the previous week, because it was hilarious. You know, it was just the idea of it, right? Like, we'll say, hey, Chuck, remember we were talking about that cow? And he goes, yeah. He goes, look, there it goes. And then Chuck starts laughing. Then he was like, he stops laughing. His face just drops. He's like, and I'm like, dude, don't hit me, man. I was like, no, look, like that. And I'm still pointing, mind you. And I turned, and I saw it was a big bad mama looking woman. Like that, right there. And I guess it was her husband. And he looked like a Hell's Angel. And I'm like looking. And I'm very subtly moving my arm that way. Like, it's still moving. Like, look, see? Look, there goes out right at the door. Bye, Bessie. Like that, just waving the door, act like I didn't even see that big ass woman. And Chuck is just up there dying laughing. Like that, and that guy looked like he was about ready to go pound some pavement with my face. Like that. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, thank God Andy came out right when she did.
Made fun of this woman.
Oh my god. I was like, and then she was a big pudding of a woman. So, I mean, I swear to God, she was a pudding of a woman. But she ate plenty of pudding. Hey, good morning, baby girl. We're just waiting for you, making sure you got up for school and doing a quickie video. So, that was our daughter, just walked by, if you're new to the channel. Running joke, she never shows her face. Well, she does eventually, but never at the beginning of her video. She's like, what was that chick from Frasier, Niles' wife? Maris. Where she never shows her face.
Oh, yeah.
Or Norm's wife in Cheers, Vera.
Yeah.
Peg's mother, Married to Children. Like, the characters are there, you even hear their voices, but you never see them. It's like for most of Home Improvement, Wilson. What the hell? Who the hell's idea was to name him Wilson? I mean, seriously. You know, the funny part is the episode that came out was with the what passed for the Beach Boys back then. Wait, that's funny. I say that now because Carl was still alive. So it was kind of anyway, that's a whole nother video. But yeah, remember it was like, these are my cousins, the Beach Boys. I'm like, but there's only one Wilson brother in there, and it was Mike Love. So that's Jardines aren't related to him, are related to the rest of them. No, Bruce Johnson sure as hell wasn't. No, he did anything other than just a mic stand and pretend to play the keyboard and then curse out fans afterwards at a meet and greet. Anyway, that's a whole nother video. Daughter's alarm, kind of obnoxious, but at least it's not copyrighted music. We'd be screwed. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, we can get flagged. Another time, another Chuck story. Now I want to see if there's anything. Actually, I got one for you, but it's another time. It's my birthday. Okay, and I know I've told the story in this channel before, but it was a couple years ago, and almost 4 years ago now. So no one really watched it anyway. So second time y'all hearing this, or first time most of y'all hearing this. If you're all different people. It's my birthday. We went to Golden Corral. All right. It was Aunt Dee, myself, Chuck, and my friend Jason. We went to Golden Corral. Okay. Now my birthday is on August 13th. I live in Houston, Texas. Now that's very important. I just heard a toilet flush. This just turned into an episode of Married to Children and All in the Family. Minus the casual racism. Okay, not casual. Archie Bunker was yeah, that was one of the most unlikable characters in the sitcom. But anyway, that was kind of the point of the show, actually. Anyway, so it's my birthday. All right, now keep in mind it's hot as hell in Houston. All right, that becomes important later. Oh. So anyway, so go to Golden Corral, and it was this chick that was there, and I don't know what it was, but Chuck kind of dared me to kind of flirt with her or something like that. And I was one of those people, if you dared me to do something, I wasn't going to do it. But I did it this time. Which was crazy. And I don't know why, but I just did. Just because, I guess because Jason was there too. And I really, you know, when you got your cousin and your friend, and you don't want to be the one that looks like a schmuck, you know? You know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean, right? You know? Yeah, you know. So anyway, and I'm like, okay, you know, can I have your number? Like that, and her boyfriend just looks at me. He's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I thought you were a brother. You know, kind of look alike." And I just walk back. I'm like, oh, just dying laughing, like, ooh, like that, right? So anyway, so I'm eating my meal, and the servers come up there because they found it was my birthday. Set up a cake. They got a stack of tortillas. Now, my last name is Castillo. But I'm mixed as hell. You know, I'll put it like this. They could have brought a damn rainbow cookie and a damn thing of matzo soup, and that would have been more accurate than a thing of raw tortillas. I mean, these things were white. They looked like plaster. All right, they were like, they looked like they looked like, okay. When you go to the store and you go to get some tortillas, say you go to the bakery, you have the fresh tortillas. They're hot. Well, not really since COVID. They're still packaged, but they make them like in the morning. So they're not hot anymore, but you know they're still, you know, they've been made that day. But then you go over to the other part of the grocery part and you go to the bread aisle, and you get the ones that got like a picture of a dude wearing a sombrero and holding maracas, and it'll have something like El Sombrero or, you know, Jose Ortega or something like that on there, right? And these tortillas are harder than rocks. Okay. I don't know who the hell buys these tortillas. I'll never understand that mess. All right, and they're like, I wouldn't say they're white, but they're more like maybe alabaster. That's a word I haven't used before, but it was appropriate this time. Anyway, so they got like they look like they've never seen any kind of heat. You know, they're barely leavened. I'll put it like that.
They're barely leavened?
You know, it's like, I don't know if this is a tortilla or manna that went wrong, but yeah. So anyway, there was a stack of those tortillas. You could tell they were store bought. All right, no work. Consuelo went in the kitchen, you know, slaving over a hot stove. You know, it was Optimus Prime working in a factory making that shit. All right, so let's be real. He was a robot. It was a machine that made that hoe. You know, it was a T-101. I was like, it's not a tortilla, it's a pita. You know? Pita.
Oh,
wait, wrong character. Pita. I can't do it. Oh God, I messed that up. That is so distracting. Anyway, so they're singing "Happy Birthday," and I'm like looking at this. Like, why is there a stack of these raw ass tortillas with a hole in the middle with a candle sticking out of it? Who the hell brings birthday tortillas to someone? Anyway, so I see that dude and this girl kind of high-fiving each other like that, right? I'm like thinking to myself, you know, undercover racist, right? Anyway, so Aunt D goes up to him. She's laughing, goes, "It's funny because he hates those types of tortillas. He calls them white boy tortillas."
Oh,
I'm like, I do not. I call them albino tortillas. Get them right, because they were completely white, like that, right? I said it just like that, and like the messed up part is this guy who was albino, and he looked like he had been in the war too, like that. Is sitting at that table. He starts to get up, and Chuck is like you know, just cut your losses. Just cut your losses. Just don't mind my cousin. He's a little stupid. Like that. I'm like, oh my god, I'm about dying over here. Oh my god. There's this guy on. Here's this boxer, Kevin. He was a albino dude. He was a boxer and a mixed martial artist. But Kevin something I forgot. But anyway, this guy looked like him. That's exactly what the dude looked like. And I was like, shit. Considering the year, it might have been him. I'm kidding. I hope. But yeah, he wasn't too happy about that. So I'm like, oh my god, I didn't mean no offense. I meant like the tortilla. I'm trying to explain myself. Like the tortillas are they're there's no color to the tortilla. I'm not talking about you got some coloring, but I mean the tortillas don't. I mean, it's okay, pal. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let it be stricken from the record, and I just sit back down. I actually said it like that too. That's the messed up part. You see why I got picked on? So anyway, I wish I could say that was the worst thing that happened today, but it really wasn't.
There's more?
Oh God, there's more. So anyway, so it comes time for desserts. All right. So we're in line.
Oh no.
We're in line at the dessert buffet.
Oh no.
Okay. And there's two lines. Bless you.
Bless you.
There's two lines. One of them's got a little boy and this old lady. Ow. The other line had about 12 people. Same desserts on both sides, mind you. Okay? So, I'm like, what's wrong with this picture? And Jason's like, I want some gummy bears. I'm going to the other side. Like that. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, and Chuck started to, and he stopped, and I was like, and he kind of looked at me, and I kind of looked at him, and we both kind of shook our head. I was like, Jason, I don't know about that, man. I think there's a reason why there's only like two people in that line, like that. And Joe was like, yeah, this is little Timmy and Grandma Moses over there. They look like they're together. So I think something's wrong with the stuff over there. Like, Joe, you're not my mother, like that. And like, I'm getting me some gummy bears, and like little Timmy, digging in his nose, rooting for fruit. And then sticks his hand directly into the thing of gummy bears and starts eating them like that. Booger hanging out. He had a booger sticking to his finger, freaking little Timmy. And Timmy! And Jason's like, oh no. They actually said, oh no. I've never actually heard a person say, oh no, in real life before. It was weird. Like that, I heard someone say, oh man, or damn it, or something like that. But I never heard someone actually literally say, oh no, before. It's like, oh no. And Chuck and I were rolling laughing. I was like, all right, we saved you a spot. I was like, I'm not waiting in that line. It looked like it got longer. He goes, how did it get longer? This is at the end, but now where we're at, you're coming back here. I was like, wait, there's some over at the top. I goes, those are display. It even says for display only. And he goes, they're gummy bears. They're still good. They're good. They're gummy bears. He goes, yeah, but they're display. He goes, you're not my mother. It's like his favorite phrase that day. He says, all right, it's your funeral, pal. So, anyways, he goes there with his little ice cream, bunch of gummy. I mean, he packed that whole full of gummy bears. Couldn't see the ice cream anymore. I'm like, I think he did that as a protest, right? He wanted his gummy bears. And so we finally got through getting our snacks or our treats or whatever like that. I asked one of the people who worked there, I said, hey, those gummy bears on the top, one that says for display only. He goes, yeah, they're display. He goes, yeah, I know it's by the sign. What happens if you eat them? He goes, don't eat them, dude. They're not even. That stuff's fake. They're wax. I'm like, oh crap. He really goes, yeah, all this on that display. It's like they're not even real food. I was like, seriously? I was like, yeah. They're all made from wax. Everything, the M&Ms, I was like, oh crap. And of course, thinking about it now, what the hell are gummy bears really made of anyway? So there's not that much of a difference. Anyway, so we're going to the table, and Jason's he hadn't taken a bite yet. He got his spoon right here, and he knows we're kind of looking at him. He's like, what? I was like, oh, nothing. He's like, what? It's like, nothing, man. You're good. You're good. And it was like, no, I'm not eating. What? Until you tell me what's going on. Why are you looking at me like that? Like that. And we're like, man, don't eat those, dude. They're wax. And Chuck was like, why'd you tell him? I was like, I can't do that. I couldn't do that. That's my buddy. And Jason was like, I wanted gummy bears. Damn it. And Auntie's like, Jason, look. And she had a napkin because Auntie is very notorious about stealing snacks from buffets. Like that, right? I think that's an old person thing. So she's got a napkin full of it's like God supplied gummy bears. So, you look cute. So you decide, oh, that shirt. You can pull the shirt down a little bit.
Oh, Jamie, I don't know.
I have a shirt underneath.
Oh, that's a shirt. Okay.
What did you think it was?
I thought, never mind. I thought those were your drawers.
Why would my drawers be like up here?
I don't know, because they're kind of like, you look like me and like, oh wait, but you build like your mom.
Yeah, why would I?
Okay. But it happens to her though, too.
But I also built like your mom and Annie, so like.
Yeah.
And it didn't, well, I'm guessing it didn't happen to them.
I would hope not. I think I just went blind. So anyway, she had like God supplied gummy bears in a napkin, alright? It's like every gummy bear known to man and a bunch of like cookies and so like M&Ms and sprinkles. Like, who eats candy sprinkles by themselves? But anyway, so like, you're right. Yeah, I got my candies. But remember, I mentioned it was summertime. What I didn't mention is that we weren't going straight home. Okay? We went to batting cages. And went to, play at the batting cages and do putt-putt golf. This place called U.S. Golfing Games. And, we were there for a couple hours, at least. Summertime. And we get back to the car. Auntie left her purse in the car, right? And I'm like, you can't leave your purse in the car. This is the bad area. Right? And, it was like, well, no one knew it was in the car until you said it out loud, Bill. He goes, but it doesn't matter now, we're at the car. We're back. He goes, but still, I always leave my purse in the car. Now everybody knows. He goes, because you just said it. And Chuck's all rolling, laughing and stuff, right? Anyway, it was like, and meanwhile, Jason's like, I see the look on Jason's face. He's like, I'm like, what's wrong, bro? I was like, dude, what's wrong? My gummy bears were in there. I'm like, are you serious? So we get home, pull out the napkin, and there's like this puddle of liquid gumminess with sprinkles and M&M's sticking out that hole, right? And a little bit of chocolate chip cookie sticking out of it. And Jason's like, he's all upset. I was like, I didn't get to eat any gummy bears. The guy's about my age at the time. We're all the same age. Like that still is. He's still alive, I think. But it's like, so he was like 13, 14. No, he's 13. He's a year younger. Anyway, so Auntie's like, it's not a big deal, Jason. We'll put him in the freezer.
Oh.
Okay. So we put the. So Auntie gets a little baggie, gets a spoon, and scrapes everything off of the napkin into the baggie. Thank you. And puts it in the freezer. Now, we'll just leave them for an hour, boys, and they'll be perfectly fine and edible, and you can have your gummy bears.
Edible.
Anyway, so, we go upstairs, play Nintendo. Lose track of time, because we're playing Nintendo. And I think it's about 7 o'clock at night at this point, 7:30. And we're, like, playing something, and then all of a sudden Jason's like, I'm not going to hit myself in the head. I can bruise easy. You're like, oh my goodness, no! I was like, what's wrong, Jason? Dude, what's wrong? No, not again, no! I was like, and Chuck's like, what now? And then Chuck says, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Let me guess, your gummy bears. My gummy bears! They're still in the freezer, and he gets up and he runs downstairs, almost falls, like that. He's a big dude, all right, like tall-wise, like that. Last time I saw the dude was about 20 years ago, and he was already over 6 foot, okay? So, no, more than 20 years ago. I graduated almost 25 years ago now. The last saw this dude, like that. He was already about 6 foot at the time, all right? No, he's taller. I think 6'1". Anywho, but he was skinny. So big old gangly skinny mini guy, skinny manini dude, just trolloping down the stairs, running, almost sliding like he's freaking Tom Cruise in Risky Business, and goes into the kitchen, gets the baggie. Now, if you've ever played The Last of Us 2, if you're familiar with the Rat King, where it's all of the infected, where it's patient zero, where it's all the infected that are left in the room for 20 years, and basically all the cordyceps fungus mutations merge into like one giant blob of God knows what the hell it was. That's what this motherfucker looked like. It looked like a big old thing of ectoplasm, and there were candy sprinkles sticking out of it. There was a single chocolate chip that was sticking. There was a cookie floating in the middle of it. And it was like I swear to God, it looked like a multicolored rainbow brain. All right. So Jason turns the bag upside down. This big old thing goes boom, like that, and on the table, Jason's like, my gummies. This sounds so funny if someone just walked into this conversation and no idea what we're talking about. And Chuck and I are dying laughing, and Chuck and Jason they didn't really catch on. All right. So Chuck enjoyed screwing with Jason, right? So he took the thing of gummies and he's like poking. He's like, gummy. He's like poking him with his finger. Gummy. And he was like doing every time he touched it, and went like that, the thing would ripple, like it was a world's most special Jello mold, and it was like stop. He was like gummy, and he thumped it, and the thing kind of like moved one way, and then it flopped right back down. Like I was like, oh my God, it was like it had the texture of like them, those horrible Easter candies, where they're kind of hard, and they look like eggs, but the inside like this horrible thing that's not quite marshmallow. It's like it tastes like squishy chalk, but it's not even squishy. It's like hard.
I know what you're talking about.
And it's like it's kind of almost like bubble gum, but it's not, because it dissolves. It's like putrid sugar. It was like that. Oh my God, it's 40 minutes in. Damn it. Anyway, so Jason just about flips his shit at this point, and he slams his hand down. Goes, stop making fun of me! And then his eyes get all big, and we look down and we start laughing because he's stuck in the hand in the gummy madness. All right. Now, if you've ever seen those pizza commercials when they lift that single slice and it's got that cheese stretch and it's really glue. The commercial, if you didn't know those ads. And it's got that cheese and it just stretches all the hell and it looks good as hell. And a pizza never actually looks like that, but because glue in the head, and you just see it stretch like that. Well, picture that with the 6'1", 13-year-old white kid with glasses and big ears, looking like Link, lifting his hand up, and this Ninja Turtle Secret of the Ooze mess is just stretching up there. It was like, oh my God, and we busted out laughing like that. It was like, and he was trying to get it off, and the thing would not leave his hand. It looked like the world's most lethal silly putty. He's like, get off of me, like that, and it was like, Arr! And it was like he pulled out like that, and the thing went right back to his hand, like that. and we were dying laughing. But, you know how he got it off his hand? You got one guess. How do you think he finally got it off his hand?
He has to eat it off?
He just looked like this, look. He was like this, look. I'm like, that thing's been in the sun. it's been in a purse. And let's be real, those napkins I was talking about were actually Kleenexes. Okay?
Ew.
Not used Kleenexes, but you know Aunt D was notorious for keeping like those crumple up Kleenexes in there.
Yeah.
She'd keep her medicine in there and stuff,
I know.
and she'd keep mints. I'm like, how can you tell which is your heart medication and which of those I love you Valentine's hearts from like 2 Valentines ago, and it's like freaking Easter. You get them out on Halloween. Like giving out Halloween candy on giving out Valentine's candy on Halloween. Who does that? She did. It was funny. Like I swear to God, I think she kept all those old candies just for that purpose, just for trick-or-treaters. They had that in this jar, these old-ass strawberry candies. You know the ones that come with the wrapper and it's got the little strawberry seeds and the green twist at the top?
Yeah.
You know what happens when those get old and you open them up and the thing sticks to it? And it used to be red, but now it's more like a pink color?
Yep.
And it feels sweaty?
Yep.
Yep. She had a jar full of them hoes. And those...
fresh.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't see them anymore.
I don't either.
Oh, you know what? That's the subject of another video. What the hell happened to my strawberry candies? For reals. Anyway, guys.
Wait, I want to tell a story.
Tell a story.
You dominated the whole thing.
Tell a story about a funny lady, but make it quick because it's 42 minutes in, and it's almost 7 o'clock, and she gotta go to school. And we gotta go to bed. No, seriously, what's up?
Really? No, remember that time when we bought that entertainment center?
Which one?
And when we were moving?
Oh God, the one you got from Walmart.
No, I got it from Target. That's one.
Oh, you got it from Target. Even worse. Yeah, it rained, and as soon as the water hit it, it literally fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
Like it dissolved. I was like, how did the back of the thing dissolve?
We were moving.
Yeah. I was like, it wasn't even actually wood. It was like cardboard almost. It's particle board. It was supposed to be wood, and it was actually particle board with like small little pieces of wood to hold it together. I was like, are you serious? That thing actually...
And that thing was expensive too.
Yeah, I know. God. And that's the one where Raymond was trying to put it together and it busted him up?
No, that was the,
oh, the game.
The little cabinet.
Yeah, for the game.
With the games.
Yeah. God.
Yeah,
dog.
you gotta tell that story.
That's a story for another time.
When we were trying to... We always suck with Raymond putting stuff together.
So what time is that? Yep, and he was trying to put it together, and what hit him in the head? Was it that or the Xbox that hit him in the head?
I think it was the Xbox.
Yeah, when he was putting together the game cabinet, and the freaking Xbox hit him in the head hard enough he had to go to the hospital and get stitches.
Yep. And he had the mark of the X.
That's what we called it. The mark of the X. See, that's why you got to do with the PlayStation. See, the PlayStation 2, that damn thing was so fragile with a discrete error nonsense. Like, man, so much as look at it wrong, it'll fall apart on its own. The Xbox, though, that thing was a brick. That thing was built to kill.
Man, but you know what, though?
What?
It's like, the people like Sony, they kind of half-ass PlayStation 2.
I know they
I ain't
did.
gonna lie, it was kind of ghetto.
Kinda? Honey, I've been through 5 of them. Didn't realize it was that many, huh?
Have you been through 5?
I've been through 5. Well, 6 if you want to count the one we pawned.
Wait a minute. You've been through 5 of them?
I've been through 5 of them.
Yep. I didn't realize it was that many.
Yep, and this one barely reads music generator now, and it's a new copy.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we got to wrap the hell up. We're 45 minutes in. Sorry that this turned into a long, epic. Well, it was supposed to be epic, but I mean, I was trying to keep this around 20. Oops. It was still funny though. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll do more stuff like this another time. Next one we'll probably do a shorter video. But till next time, guys. Good golf, good tennis, whatever makes you happy. Be nice to each other. Be kind, rewind. Don't piss off Superman. He's a jackass. And eat your vitamins, take your milk, and say your prayers. And drink your Ovaltine. And peace out.
Peace out, huh?
Oh, that's not the stop button. Hey. Oh, there it goes. Hey, technology for the win. Hey, I just did a film myself, actually.